Thank you very much. Jake Garegnani joined with the president of the San Diego Seals, Steve Govett. Steve, how you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Big day tomorrow for you guys as you get ready to get this game 2 of your season started against Saskatchewan tomorrow. How you guys feeling going into that game?
You know what? Great to get a road win. Not exactly the fashion we wanted it to happen, but had a great third quarter, which has been a struggle for us in the past. So came out hot in the second half and really blew their doors off and was doing well. And you know, they mounted a bit of a comeback and gave us a bit of a scare, but that's good to kind of get us ready for tomorrow night at Pechanga Arena and hosting our home opener. So we're pretty fired up to get at it at home in front of our crowd here.
Yeah, win's a win, and all the way New York, East Coast, you got to take it for what it is, right?
Yeah, it's a long trip, and a long trip for our fellas to get out there and get on the road and play. And got a chance to go see the Brooklyn Nets play and had a little bit of fun while we were out there, but got to business quickly and excited to be back home.
And let's talk about tomorrow night. Excited to be back home, as you mentioned, in Pechanga Arena. What do you expect the crowd to be like? What do you expect everything for the Seals as this pomp and circumstance gets going?
I think the response for this coming season has been really good. I think people have heard that we've built this really high expectation, high octane offense, and it should be a ton of fun, and I think people are excited to see it. So there's lots going on, a lot of activity in the office today, a lot of phones are ringing, so expecting big things for tomorrow.
You've been with the Seals on the ground floor since they came here to San Diego. What does it mean to you to see this product grow, and how have you seen it grow?
Well, I think, first and foremost, we knew that this process was going to be something that we had to build, and the building process was not going to happen overnight. Obviously, we had a bit of a glitch with a pandemic in the middle of that, which, dampened our growth a little bit, but we're really proud of what we do in the community to grow the game and bring a lot of joy to a lot of people in introducing our sport, and hopefully that has a long-term lasting effect, and we continue to build. But I feel good about where we're at Friday night, and obviously the team's going to be ready and raring to go. Our product's fantastic. People will love it. If you haven't been, got to be there. If you have, we thank you for all your support, and we're pumped to get going. And
I'll say that one of the first times I went, what I didn't realize is the whole thing's a party. I don't know if people know that, but there's music going, there's great action on the floor. I mean, for those that haven't been to a game, how would you describe it to them?
Well, I think first and foremost, the word we use is sportainment, right?
Yeah.
We are, it's an extrasensory overload. We have the opportunity to play music during play. The game itself is explosive and with hitting and a lot of physicality and great stick work and amazing plays by the players. A dance team that's really electric, and a lot of people that are kind of having fun throughout the game. So don't come if you think you're going to see a lacrosse game break out on a soccer field. If that's your experience with our game, come and try us out. You'll see that this is a 360-degree experience from the time you walk in the building until the time you leave.
Yeah, that's really well said. 360-degree experience is exactly how I would describe it as well. I want to talk about the team a little bit. You guys made it all the way to the conference championship last year, forced that to 3 games, came up just short. Does that make you guys a little bit more hungry going into this season, or is it, hey, we got to put last year behind us and start clean this year?
Absolutely. I think we retooled with some pretty special pieces this year. We're excited about what we've brought to the table this year. Yes, it bothered us. Yes, it stayed with us. It's a really nasty taste in our mouth the way last season ended. We thought we should have been in the championship. We thought we should have carried that through to a finals championship, and didn't make it. We came short. And the opportunity this year is to kind of reflect on that over the offseason. It's a long offseason. We did a lot of work, had some good draft picks, but really killed it in free agency. And our head coach, GM Patrick Merrill, should be commended for what he's done in the offseason. But this team is special.
And I know it's a bitter taste you mentioned, but kind of on the other flip side of that token, just in a few short years, you took an expansion team all the way to a conference championship. What does that say about your guys' organization? And or was that the expectation? And that's not okay to not have won a championship yet.
Yeah, interesting you say that, because from day one, we always said to ourselves, in our room and in our culture with our captains and the veteran leadership that we brought to this organization, it's been all about not acknowledging the fact that we were an expansion team. We just said straight straight up, we're not going to use the word. It was a bad word in our locker room, in our culture, in our organization, and we've carried that through. We're currently, ranked number 1 by a lot of people in the industry. We feel really good about where we're at, and expansion is behind us, and we got here quickly with the expectations super high.
So I'm going to get the bar of soap in my mouth for using the bad word then. My apologies on that. I want to transition a little bit to the World Lacrosse coming here to San Diego. You're the vice chair of that event that's going to be played at Snapdragon Stadium in 2023. Tell people a little bit about that, maybe that don't know about it, and kind of what they can expect.
Yeah, so June 22nd to July 4th of 2023, Snapdragon Stadium, USD, and on SDSU's campus, we're hosting 30 countries. The world is coming to San Diego to play our World Championship Lacrosse as a kind of a teaser or a precursor in our quadrennial event every 4 years. Last held in Netanya, Israel, previously in Denver, Colorado, where the USA and Canada have flip-flopped in winning. But 30 teams are going to compete in the World Lacrosse Outdoor Championships, with the first game and the last game taking place at Snapdragon Stadium. Amazing facility that everybody knows in Mission Valley. And we're going to light it up and make it electric with lacrosse for this summer. So we've crushing it right now on ticket sales for length of event passes. You want to visit worldlacrosse23championships.com, but I got to tell you, it's going to be an electric atmosphere and a ton of fun all around San Diego with a ton of events planned, and we're super excited to bring it to the public.
It almost seems cliche, to ask, but I kind of want to ask about it because I know you're asked all the time. But between World Lacrosse and the Seals, you see this game grow and continue to grow both in our community and around the globe. What does that mean to you as a guy that wants to see this sport grow? Well,
I've been involved in the game since I was 4 years old, and we won't get into the 50 years that is, but it's amazing to see the game grow and to see a lot of people, especially in San Diego 5 years ago, that didn't know which end of the stick was up, to have people fall in love with the game. And the thing that makes me most proud is the opportunity where kids get a chance to get a stick in their hands and actually play it, because it becomes a lifelong opportunity, right? You play football for a very short period of time because your body can't take the heat, but it's a lot like basketball in a way that you can play basketball, well into your 30s, 40s, and 50s. Lacrosse is a sport that has a ton of fraternity in the game and brotherly love, if you will. But both men and women are picking up this game and playing for a long period. And high school, there's some great players coming out of San Diego high schools that are heading and moving on to play at Division I, II, and III levels all across the country. So we're proud to kind of see that growth and that evolution. We're introducing a ton of kids to the box lacrosse game, which is where we are in the Seals. But honestly, it's just a matter of getting a stick in your hand and seeing these kids fall in love with the sport.
And I'm full of the cliche questions here, but I got to ask you one more. As you've seen this build up over the first 5 or so years of the franchise, where do you see it going in the next 5 years or maybe 10 years down the road? What do you see of the future of this team?
I think the opportunity in Los Angeles in 2028 with the Olympics, and we're right on the cusp of a decision to see lacrosse gain entry into the Olympic movement. What it would mean to attach the rings to our game is a game changer, and I think it's a game changer from a commercial perspective, but from a fan awareness, from an entry-level opportunity for kids to know and understand that the aspirational opportunity is not just high school, not just college, not just pro, but the chance that you could represent your country and pull on the USA jersey or pull on the Canada jersey or pull on the Uganda jersey. You know what? That's aspirational for the world, and I think that's a game changer for our sport.
Finally, information for tomorrow night against Sask, time, tickets, where can everybody get all that?
Yeah, Pechanga Arena, 7 o'clock, sealslax.com if you want to get there. They're going fast, I will say that. It's exciting to kind of hear the phones ringing in our offices, but Pechanga Arena, the old sports arena, as everybody knows, sealslax.com, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Get there early. You're going to want to watch the pregame show.
And I always like to ask at the end of an interview, did I leave anything out? Anything you wanted to talk about?
I think we hit it all.
We covered it all?
We knocked it out of the park.
All right, so. I've taken up enough of your time, Steve. Thank you very much, and we will go ahead and send it back to you.